This is a monk's hood or wolf's bane plant. Its deep blue and purple flowers make it the perfect ornamental flower. For ancient Romans, its poison made it the best execution toxin. This purple beauty is one of the deadliest plants in the world. Its venom can kill a human in just hours. Some venomous animals use bright colors to warn and sometimes deceive their predators about their toxic tendencies. However, you won't see colorful snakes as decor in anyone's garden anytime soon. Plants, on the other hand, can be flashy and deadly, but yet they're welcome into our houses. But don't worry, we're about to give you a rundown of which plants you should be watching out for. You're watching Explore Mode, and today we're diving into the world's deadliest plants. Plants. We give them water, they elevate our living spaces to Pinterest levels of #aesthetically pleasing. I mean, look at this space. It definitely has its feng shui balanced, and we believe it has everything to do with the amount of plants hanging from the ceiling. However, there are some plants out there that may look like the perfect addition to your Zen garden, but could, in fact, kill you. But before we get into this episode, check out our previous Explore Mode on Australia's deadliest animals. If you clicked into this video, that one will likely tickle your fancy. So, how do you know which plants are out to get you and leave you for dead? Well, let us tell you who you should watch out for. First up is a plant that you can't even breathe near because even its scent is deadly. Meet the Manchineel tree. Binomial name Hippomane manzanilla, also known as the beach apple. At first glance, it looks like any other plain old fruit tree. Tempting even, as it mainly grows in tropical areas, which might make its fruit look enticing to the hungry traveler. However, one bite of this seemingly innocent-looking fruit could leave you in agonizing pain for hours at best, and on your deathbed at worst. It's not just its fruit that's fatal. What makes this tree so terrifyingly lethal is that every single part of it is poisonous. Its branches, poisonous. Its trunk, poisonous. Its leaves, poisonous. Even those that have fallen off the tree, yes. Its sap, you betcha. The air around the tree, yep, poisonous. You can't even stand under it in the rain because the mix of rainwater and the toxins on the leaves would cause your skin to blister. Okay, so the tree is super poisonous, you get it. But what makes it this way? Well, that's probably the scariest part. Researchers know that it contains an array of toxins like Hippomane A and B and Forbol, but the rest are still unidentifiable. Its sap causes blistering, and if it comes in contact with your eyes, it can cause temporary or permanent blindness. Its fruit causes vomiting, abdominal pain, and damage to the digestive tract. But don't take our word for it. Back in the year 2000, radiologist Nicola H. Strickland was on vacation in the Caribbean island of Tobago when she stumbled upon the fruit of the Manchineel tree and naively picked it up to take a bite. In a paper published by the National Center for Biotechnology Information, she described the fruit as pleasantly sweet. The sweet part didn't last long. In the paper, she details her and her friends, who also partook in the poisonous fruit fest, demise. Moments later, we noticed a strange peppery feeling in our mouths, which gradually progressed to a burning, tearing sensation and tightness of the throat. The symptoms worsened over a couple of hours until we could barely swallow solid food because of the excruciating pain and the feeling of a huge obstructing pharyngeal lump. After 8 hours of excruciating pain, Strickland and her friend both made it out alive from their encounter with the apple of death. Now, not everyone goes around picking random fruits and eating them just like that. But what if you encounter a beautiful flower? This is the oleander, binomial name Nerium oleander. The flamboyant flower is famous among gardeners because it grows quickly. It doesn't need much care and it blossoms all year long. Its perfume is sweet, and it comes in a variety of bright colors. But don't let its attractiveness deceive you. Its poison can be fatal. This plant is highly toxic, no matter if it has already wilted or if it's green. Ingesting it can cause anything from mild symptoms such as skin rashes or blurred vision to diarrhea, low blood pressure, vomiting, and sometimes even death. Chronic ingestion of it can even cause depression. Another common deadly plant is the castor bean plant, binomial name Ricinus communis. As you've probably guessed by its name, castor oil is extracted from the seeds of this African plant. However, before these plant seeds are processed, they contain venom capable of killing those who ingest it. How does this work? Time for an actual Express Explorer explanation. Start the clock. Castor bean seeds contain a poison called ricin. Ricin can be introduced to a human body through inhalation, injection, and ingestion. This toxin attacks protein production within our cells, causing them to shut down and die. Symptoms include severe seizures, vomiting, and diarrhea. Ricin poisoning progresses quite quickly. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, ricin can cause death in 36 to 72 hours, depending on how you were exposed to the toxin and how much of it you got in contact with. In an infamous Cold War incident in 1978, ricin was used to permanently silence, if you get what we mean, Georgy Markov, a Bulgarian dissident journalist who openly opposed the Bulgarian government. One morning, on his way to work at the BBC in London, a hitman struck Markov with a ricin-filled pellet fired from, of all things, an umbrella. The poisoning caused by the pellet led to Markov's hospitalization. He would later succumb to the effects of the poison. Our next deadly plant is a little less visually deceiving than the previous ones, although its name might make us think it's more innocent than it is. This is a rosary pea plant, binomial name Abris precatorius. This plant grows in tropical locations. See its bright red peas? They're often used to make jewelry, but that's not particularly what they're most known for. Their bright color is a warning sign to those who come near them. They contain a natural poison called Abran. This toxin is very similar to ricin. It attacks the cell's ability to create proteins, therefore shutting them down and killing them. Abran is highly toxic. Just 1/10 of a milligram can take down a human adult. Symptoms from Abran intoxication can be delayed by 1 to 3 days, depending on how it got in your system and how much you were exposed to. It can cause death within 36 to 72 hours, usually due to organ failure. According to the CDC, there is no known antidote for Abran. Let's end our list with the first plant we mentioned, the monk's hood, which also goes by aconite, wolf's bane, devil's helmet, and queen of poison, binomial name aconitum. This purple flower is famous for its blossom, which resembles a monk's hood, hence the name, as well as for, you guessed it, its deadly poison. Its roots and tubers carry most of the poison, which contains a toxin called aconitine. Ingesting aconitine from a monk's hood's roots sets off a string of horrifying symptoms almost immediately, most of which affect your gastrointestinal system. Initial symptoms include diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, numbness, sweating, dizziness, difficulty breathing, headaches, the list goes on. Death from poisoning is usually caused by heart or respiratory paralysis. So there you have it, 5 deadly plants. Of course, there are way more plants out there that are equally lethal that we didn't have the time to cover, but some deserve an honorable mention. Shout out to the hemlock, binomial name Conia maculatum, most famously known for being Socrates' poison of choice when he was sentenced to death. We'd also like to salute the deadly nightshade, binomial name Atropa belladonna, not just because of its undeniably cool name, but also because its fruit looks like a delicious wild berry, when in fact it packs a punch of, well, deadly poison. Just 10 or 20 of these small berries can kill an adult human. If you're lucky, you'll just suffer from hallucinations. And lastly, a shout out to the white snake root, binomial name Ageratina altissima, a perennial plant whose venom is so poisonous, if you drink the milk of an animal that munched on it, you'll also be affected by its toxins. Yeah. So next time you get a bad rash on your hike due to a pesky poison ivy, just be thankful, because it could have been much, much worse. Thanks for watching Explore Mode. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button. Also, check out our playlist to discover more things that you may not know about. Before you leave, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell button so you get a notification whenever we upload a new episode. See you next week. In the meantime, remember to keep your Explore Mode on.